Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Kathie here. I am going to make some apple pie today, and I am going to be using our new Italian Plum stone pie plate. Isn't this gorgeous? Purple's my favorite color, so I just had to have this, and it's a beautiful dark purple. It bakes just like stoneware, and I will tell you, I've already baked like 3 pies in this, and you can't even tell it. I just did an Oreos French silk pie in it last weekend, and you would think that it would be stained with the chocolate, and it's not. It looks brand new still. So, and I'm going to use our pie crust mold to make some of my lattice work. But let's get started. I am cheating. I'm using 2 pie crusts that are store bought, which is fine. They're homemade. They're made in my kitchen, right? The pie's made in my kitchen. So the first one I'm going to roll out. And one of the things that I really like about our stone pie plates is they already have the ridges. So you don't even have to worry about trying to flute the edges or anything like that. I'm just going to lay that into the pie plate and push it down on the bottom and get it smoothed out on the bottom. Just kind of go around the edges, make sure that it's up into the corners and straighten all that out. Then I'm going to kind of just lay it over the edge here, make sure I have enough on all the edges. And I'm just going to kind of rub my finger over it a little bit and kind of push it down onto the ridges. And then I'm just going to take our coated paring knife and I'm just going to kind of go around the edge here where I've pushed it down and just trim off all my excess off the edge of the pan. And I love our pie crust mix too. I just had some of this in the freezer from last winter and wanted to get it used up before it went bad. So I took it out of the freezer and thawed it out and wanted to use it up. Okay, so I have some excess. I'm not going to get rid of that because I might need it here in just a few minutes. So I have my pie crust all ready. Now, isn't that great? I don't have to do anything else to it. So I'm going to kind of set this over to the side right now. I'm going to grab my pie filling. And again, I'm cheating. Has some apple pie filling. I had about a half a can from where I had done some hand pies. Oh, and you know what? I was going to use this and show you guys. Let me put that back down. So our 5-in-1 is great. You can pop that in there, flip that up, and then use your grabber on the end and pull that away. So you don't have to worry about your hands or anything, or your fingers or your fingernails. And I'm just going to pop that in there into my batter bowl because I'm going to doctor this up a little bit. Add some flavoring to it. Okay. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon plus to it. And if you don't know, our lids are great because there's 2 lines in it. And if you take it to the top line, it's going to be about a tablespoon on this one. And I'm just going to pour that in there. And do another one. I'm going to the first line so I don't overfill it. And the cinnamon plus is not just cinnamon, it has ginger and clove and nutmeg in it, so it gives you some extra flavoring to it. And then I'm going to use our new toffee apple crisp syrup, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of it. I love this stuff. I had it in my tea this morning because I had tea this morning, and then I'm just going to give this a quick stir. Stir this up. Cinnamon Plus is going to give it a, because I'm using more than just cinnamon, it's going to give it some extra fall. And then adding that toffee apple crisp to it, it's going to give it even more fall scent and fall taste. I want to mix it up so all of the pie filling has some of that cinnamon on it. And of course I have to taste it, right? Oh, it's almost like a caramel apple. Delicious. So I'm going to grab my pie. And I'm just going to pop that in there. And if you're not a big cinnamon person, you may not want to add 2 tablespoons. I like a lot of apple cinnamon and I want it to taste like apple cinnamon, so I did 2. And that's a can and a half of pie filling. So I think that's a good level on there. So let's talk about topping it. Let me move some things around here. So I already have some of our lattice work started, but I just want to show you, I've taken the pie crust and I just cut it into strips. And I'm just going to press it down into my pie mold. Now, if you were using a homemade pie crust, you might have to roll it into a roll and push it down in there. But since I had already had that and it was flat, I just cut it into strips. So you can see there. So I'm just going to take my offset spatula and I'm just going to kind of take it over the top here and kind of just drag it over the top to get all the excess off of there. And then I'm just going to tip it over like this. Now I floured it, just slightly dusted it with flour before I put it in there. And I'm just going to get these started. And our pie mold comes with, it has 3 braids and 3 ropes. Oh, I lost part of my rope. That's okay. Because pie crust, you can put it back together. And look at that. So we're going to take our ropes and put it around the, actually, I'm going to do that last. We're going to do our braids first. And I'm just going to stick our braids across there. And I'm probably going to have to make a couple more. So I want to dust this with a little bit more flour into the braid ones. Get all my edges here. Okay, so I have that floured, and I'm just gonna scoop this back a little bit, and I'm gonna take my pie crust, and I'm gonna take my knife, and I'm just gonna make me a couple of strips here, and I'm gonna just fold this over, so I put it as a smaller piece, because I think I need about 2 more for my, oh, actually I need more than that, I need about 5 more for my braids. So we're gonna pop that in there. And I'm going to get me another one going here. And I may have to roll a couple of these because I have some pieces from the first one. So I'm going to add some to this one. And I'm just going to use some of my excess pieces to make sure I have it pushed down there far enough so that I can cut off a little bit of excess. I need one more. So I'm kind of going to just roll this up in a ball. Kind of push it together and mush it together because it's pieces. And then just roll it out here. So, what is your favorite kind of pie? I just happen to have some apple pie filling. That's why we were making some apple pies. But what is your favorite pie? Mine actually is blueberry is my favorite pie. But my husband loves apple. So we're going to have some apple pie. Okay, quick and easy. I made 3 of those. I'm going to use my offset spatula and just kind of take it across the top here. Level with the silicone mold. Pull those off. And we're going to pull those up. And look at that. Perfect. So we're going to do 4 like that. And then to do our lattice, of course, you want to take every other one back. We're going to put that one there. And then push this one back. And I'm going to finish my lattice work off camera, and I will come back and share. I'm just going to pause the video. I learned how to do that, so I'm just going to come back in a little bit, and I will show you the end result. Now, one thing I will tell you is you always want to do either a milk wash on your crust, or you want to do an egg wash. I like to use milk, and then I'm going to dust it with some cinnamon and sugar in our cinnamon and sugar shaker. Now, this is an older one. I have 2 of these. I have one with cinnamon and sugar and one with powdered sugar in it. So I'm going to do our cinnamon and sugar, dust it on top, and then I'll come back. And of course, I'm bringing out some old Pampered Chef. This is one of our pie rings that you just put over the top of it to keep the edge of the crust from burning. If you don't have that, you can use aluminum foil. So I'll be back in a little while and share with you what it looks like. Have a great day. Happy cooking. I just wanted to come back and share what our pie looked like. It just got done, so it's very, very hot. Look how pretty that looks, and all the braids. I didn't get them nice and straight, but you know what? I'm not perfect, but I am pampered, and I know my husband's gonna love it. It's gonna taste delicious. So it's such a pretty vessel to make a pie in, and then with our new silicone pie crust molds, you can make beautiful pies in no time at all. So I hope you guys have a great night. And just want to say happy cooking, and I'll see you soon. Bye.